As we've been reporting, it is an extremely challenging time for schools and colleges operating in the middle of a pandemic. Well, joining us today via Skype to discuss the nursing program at St. Joseph's College is Maria Fletcher, Associate Professor and Director of St. Joseph's Department of Nursing. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So how has the nursing program been impacted by the pandemic?
Yes, definitely our program was impacted. In March, when everything changed globally, our nursing practice program had to change as well. Hospitals were no longer accepting students into their facility, rightfully so. Our courses went remote. There was no one on campus. So yes, there was a definite impact. Instructors, our faculty, awesome individuals, had to quickly change their delivery model from face-to-face on campus to a remote Zoom model. Students had to also accept these changes, and basically it went well. Little few glitches, but we learned a great deal. The biggest impact was not having the ability for students to go to the clinical organizations, hospitals, long-term care facilities, healthcare organizations. And that shift from hospital to something else was something that we had to quickly change to, and that something else was virtual simulation. We had never used that in our program, relying solely on going face-to-face in a clinical setting, but it proved to be a wonderful asset. Students were able to interact with virtual models, and faculty was able to structure their discourse with students so that they understood what was happening, what they needed to do in order to have a positive outcome. So, yeah, things change, but change happens.
It does. Now, are those changes still going on now? You're still using the simulations?
No. As of this semester, a little bit late start, but by mid-September, we were able to have our students in clinical facilities. The change occurred and I appreciate how difficult this was for hospitals. We had a 1-to-8 ratio, one clinical instructor to 8 students, and now most hospitals want that to be diminished to 1-to-4, 1-to-5. So our students come on campus for simulations in our simulation labs so that they interact with our high-fidelity mannequins in a way that is different than a real patient, but at least they can see changes occurring very quickly, patients taking a bad turn. So we're not at this present time using virtual simulation, but we do have the ability to do that if things change.
Okay.
And we're always open for change.
We have to be ready for anything.
Yes.
Did COVID impact your enrollment this year?
No, it didn't. There was a great deal of concern, obviously, in our admissions offices on both campuses because our program is also in Brooklyn as well as Long Island. But we had in nursing a very robust enrollment. Our numbers are the same as they were last year. So I'm very grateful for that.
Obviously, that's so good to hear because we know COVID highlighted the need out there for more nurses.
Absolutely. Our graduates, those who graduated in May of this year, have had tremendous success in getting jobs. After they passed their NCLEX exams, they had jobs. Many had jobs waiting for them based on a successful outcome on the national exam. So there is a great demand for nurses right now. Many people are retiring. We knew that was going to happen. I think COVID pushed some people to do it earlier. So good news for our graduates.
It is good news. This new class coming in, You have to have this, I mean, I respect nurses so much, this other level of respect, knowing they know the risk they're getting into now with COVID.
Absolutely. The first 2 years of our program, our students take all of their liberal arts courses, our core requirements, the sciences. But we try to have them, those freshmen and sophomores, connected. And we do that through newsletters. We do that through our BSN club. But they do have an understanding that, yes, nursing is critical. This is what they want to be. And my experience with emails and talking to students is that they're more involved, engaged. They want to be nurses, even though they have come through those very real stories of what was happening in hospitals, not only on Long Island, but across the country. So I think that almost empowered them. Yes, I want to be on the front lines.
Maria, thank you for updating us. Your program, we know, is so important and so popular here. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much. It was my pleasure.